He was found to have violated that with the motion filed December 20, or actually, filed December to return again from the program. They comply with various conditions, and that was set December. In January, the notification filed at that time, January 6th. The defendant then noted those violations. Court set matter for sentencing. The hearing on the 3rd, by Zoom, and at that time, the court had made aware that the probation department for updated PSI was ordered to appear, and that was set for sentencing the next day. He ordered for probation, and that was set for sentencing today. All right, now, Mr. King, anything from the state regarding sentencing?
Thank you, Your Honor. Given that this is the defendant's first felony conviction, the state would ask that he be placed on community control. However, I would note that the defendant's compliance while in treatment in lieu has been very poor. Looking at the PSI, it looks like he last reported to probation in August of 21. Failed to provide proof of completed counseling as he was required. Also, he did not report, as the court's already indicated, he failed to report for his pre-sentence interview. And when we had our hearing last week on March 3rd, the defendant was told that he needed to report to probation by 3 p.m. the following day. That did not happen. So, given the defendant's track record of non-compliance, the state would ask that he be taken into custody today and held until there is an indication that they will be for him in a treatment facility. Thank you.
Mr. Archino, did you receive any contact at all?
He did call me, Your Honor. He called Friday. I was at the office Friday and Monday, but he left voicemails trying to get a ride. Said he'd be there Monday. I asked around if he would show up Monday. But he did call me to get around the show.
All right.
I've had conversations with my client today about his shaky history with probation at this point. I had conversations about the possibility of him going to inpatient treatment. He is very amenable to inpatient treatment. He needs inpatient treatment. He'd like to be given the opportunity to continue on community control and prove that he can get through community control and get clean and sober and stay clean and sober. His biggest issue of late has been transportation. He relies thoroughly on others for transportation. He lives in Adams County, and he reported that where he lives, he doesn't have the best cell phone service. So unfortunately, he says he struggled with being able to get up here and being able to even call. But he, I think, is remorseful for his actions and has been trying, although maybe not the best of efforts, even admittedly himself it wasn't the best of efforts for what he could have done. So we would just request that you continue with community control and inpatient treatment.
Board, do you have anything you'd like to say?
What she said, I just like to try and prove to everyone I can do it, and not just prove to everybody, but prove to myself I can do it. I don't want to live like this forever. Like, that's it.
Well, you have been on supervision under your international blue order, and did very poorly there. And since you were found to have violated, you haven't taken any action. You know, one of the keystones of successful community control is reporting. That's the very first step. If you don't report, you can't be successful. And you know, that excuse about no transportation is lame. You know, you have no problem getting transportation out here to commit this crime. And, you know, it seems like that. Now, I get that all the time. I don't have any transportation, yet they somehow get transportation coming to our county to commit crimes. So, what I'm gonna do is this, I'm gonna continue this hearing in progress in order to, sponsor both for Andy custody of the sheriff's department. And Ms. Arshima have been assessed for a, treatment, either residential treatment or STAR program. And then, we will continue this, hearing for sentencing to, next Thursday, just that sort of pack. About March 24th, we haven't done this, that's a Thursday, or,
I'm out of town, and I apologize.
for that week.
The 23rd through the whole week. I'm available on the 29th.
Said there would be a chance of being the trial.
What's that?
Said it would be in the middle of the jury trial.
Yeah, and that is,
Howard Person.
Person,
And Howard.
yeah, Person, Hazel. Let's see, is that court tomorrow or next week, man?
Tomorrow.
All right, how about March 18th morning?
What time?
Tell me. All right. March 18th at 8:30. All right. And we have custody until then, let's go forward, and now we want to worry about you getting probation. And make sure he's tested when he goes into custody, Deputy Thompson. Make sure, I would like to have him tested, unless you want to do it, you don't have a kid with you, do you?
No.
All right. I like drug tested.
Okay. Yeah, can I have a moment?
You're not set to 11:15. We'll need him to stay, down in the row until he shows up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. On this one. Thank you. Case number 22 CR 32, State of Ohio versus Christopher R. Owens. Appearing on behalf of the state of Prosecutor King. Appearing on behalf of Senator Barber. You are Christopher R. Owens.
Yes, sir.
Right. Owens, pleaded guilty on March the 8th to aggravated trafficking of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony. I was referred for sentencing on the day of count 7, I believe, he pled guilty to. And then the other 3 counts were dismissed. All right. Mr. King, anything regarding sentencing?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would ask that the court follow the one recommendation, sentence the defendant to a term of incarceration of 24 months. Restitution in this case to the Highland County Task Force would be $140 joint and several with Caleb Leonard, and $60 alone. The state has agreed to dismiss the 22 CR 50 case for the terms of this plea agreement, and the dismissal entry from that case should already be in the court's file.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had a lot of conversations with Chris. He's aware of his indiscretions. He's ready to answer for them. He wants to get help. He wants to get better. He just had a child. So we would ask the court follow the recommendation. Follow the joint recommendation.
All right, Mr. Owens, anything you'd like to say?
Your Honor, I'd just like to say, I know I did wrong. I gave somebody a ride, and that's how I'm being charged with trafficking. I was giving somebody a ride. And I know now that it was a decision that I should have made, and this happened 11 months ago. And today I'm a better man. I'm clean. I've been clean for 5 months. I've got my own place. Finally, never had my own place. I got a 2-month-old baby. I got a fiance. And I'm just trying to get help, and I can't ask you to do anything, but I think in my best interest. I've been in prison before. It's not helped me. I was really trying to seek out to get some kind of treatment. If that's not available, then I understand. I'll take my consequences as a man. That's it.
Well, said that you had treatment before back in 2012, the first time you were here, when you were doing international conviction and then later STAR, and then later with the Burlington Center prison, and then in 2017, you had 2 counts of trafficking heroin. And so, the help's available if you want to use it. I don't know. I get so tired of hearing people come in front of me saying, I want help, yet they've never done anything to help themselves. And, we have lots and lots of programs available, but people have to want to help themselves. And the only time I ever hear is when they're in front of me. Very seldom do I see people on the occasion to do it. I see people that are seeking help all right. But, it's available. If you want it, you have the opportunity. So, the court is going to follow the recommendation, and it's ordered to be sentenced to the Correctional Reception Center for Ohio for a period of 24 months. And on the sheriff, you have 2 days to jail time credit, 2nd and 3rd of February, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you get those 2 days credit. Now, upon completion of this sentence, it is possible that the adult parole authority may exercise their option under the law, which in post-release control supervision, for a period of up to 2 years. They don't have to, but it's up to them. They have to make the decision on the court. They do be supervised on the terms they set. And if during that period of time they determine that you have failed to comply, they can return you to prison, make you serve an additional period, even though you serve the entire term set by the court, of up to 9 months for any one violation, up to a half or another half of your prison term for all violations. However, should you commit a new felony, we're in post-release control supervision. Then in addition, whatever sentence the judge in that new case imposed, that judge could also sentence you to an additional period of 1 year, whatever time is left on the post-release control period, whichever is greater, for committing that to felony while under post-release control supervision in this case. If that happens, that must be served consecutively with sentence in the case. Now, we're also ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $140 jointly settled with the co-defendant, Mr. Leonard, and $60 individually, and that will be paid through, and that's payable to the Huntington County Task Force, and payments will be made through the victim escrow account, paying the fees that are associated with that. That is a substantive order, which means that even though you serve your entire term, it's still part of the sentence and can be enforced in the future should you fail to pay it. You're also looking at court costs, which judgment grant execution orders that if you fail to make payments, then the court could order you to do your service once you get out of prison, not while you're in prison, but once you get out, and give you credit for each hour you work. And an hourly rate set by the court, each hour you work, you produce your judgment on that amount in full. There'll be no license suspension in this matter, and has been a change in financial circumstances since I appointed Ms. Barber to represent you. All right, the court will find that the defendant doesn't have the ability to pay a mandatory fine, and is not likely to have it in the near future, so therefore that fine is due. All right, is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor, were you able to find the dismissal entry 22 CRP?
I don't have that case up here, but I believe it was sent out last week, wasn't it?
It was sent out last week at the previous hearing.
Yeah, I think
The entry should be, I don't know if it was signed, it was in the file.
Yeah, and we don't have that file up here, so, but I believe it has some file. We'll check on it. All right, you're man in custody. That's 22 CRP,
Yes, Your Honor. Sir. No pressure.
Man. Yeah. Oh, we're on record? Oh, all right. Good.
Yeah, I apologize, Judge, I didn't get the Zoom email until I was already here, so.
All right, this is case number 18CD197, Village of Greenfield, Ohio versus John Mees et al. This is on a hearing for approval of a order of sale requested by the plaintiff. The notice of sent out on March 1st to the other parties. Well, the motion was actually served on February 24th, I should say, and then notice the hearing was done on March 4th. All right, the defendant's not up here, and so the court actually had reviewed this previously and had inadvertently approved it ahead of time, so we vacated that and reset it. So there's been a change since the filed motion has been. All right. Do you have a new entry?
I do not have a new entry. I
You can just email the original one. I'll copy it and then I'll sign that.
I may have it with me. I'll look and see. If I do not, I will email on Thursday.
All right, I'll sign it as soon as you get it to me.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Turn this off. It's about the only thing I know. Let's see.
Have a good day, Judge.
Yep, you too. Let's see. Is that to stop it? Oh, there we go, end.